Now then, how are you doing? Today I'm going to be showing you forging this here. It's a pin for the bottom of a gate out of a bit of 40 solid down to about 30mm round. Forged it out on the press. I'll show you how I did it. Right, I'm going to be forging these bits of 40 solid down. I'm going to put a round pin on the bottom of them. So these gates here, that's the gates I've been making. So that's the band at the top there, and at the bottom on there's going to be that 40 solid turned into a pin, and it's going to sit in a socket in the ground. I'll do your drawing. So I've got me bit of 40, comes down like that. I'm going to do that. Step it in, round pin on the bottom. So then that can sit in a socket. Like that. Just going to weld that handle on. Weld that on the top like that, just give me something to hold on to. And then I'll set the forging press up and crack on with it. I'll just get a bit of round bar to set that up, I think. There we go. Got a bit of 35mm solid bar, so I'll just sit that in. Bring it down till it's clamped it. There we go. Right, that's perfect, that. Just say touching it. See, just marking the steel there, look, just say touching it, so that's about perfect, that. Right, I'll stick it in the forge, get it hot. So that's it, you see I've forged it square. Now I'm knocking the corners off, so you can see there, forged square, corners of that square, so that's got 8 sides now. Just straighten it up a little bit. That's it, there you go. Then I'll reheat it, put it out, and then just keep going, keep knocking the corners off till it's nice and smooth. Keep the dies clean, stop the slag from being forced back into the steel. Like I say, if you don't keep your forging faces nice and clean, all this scale gets reforged back into the steel and it can leave a nasty finish, and yeah, it's just best to keep it nice and scale free. Right, that's it, so back out the forge, no heat. So I'm, as you can see, I'm knocking the corners off, just keeping going as I was before. You see how the face of the forging press is lifting up a long way, and they do a readjust me top to top, so it doesn't have to go so far back up again, so I'm not waiting to come all the way down. But that's it, just keep going. So what I'm doing differently on this one is, the last one I just sort of spun the pin round and round and round like that on the die, round and round and round, and it ovaled the end of the hole. Whereas this time I forged it square, then knocked the corners off it. So it had 4 corners, then I knocked the corners off to give it 8 corners, and then again and again until it's round. And if you do it that way, you don't end up with a big hole at the end of your round pin. That's it, you can see I've adjusted my top stop awful lot quicker now. Just nice little fast up and down strokes, just to neaten and tidy it up. Right, I'll show you the difference at the end of these bit of bar. That 2 of the pins forged out. So you see the end of this one here is hollow, and that's because when I was forging it, instead of having it square like that and knocking the corners off like I did on this one, you see how that's nice and flat at the end? That's because this one I forged down square first and then knocked the corners off, whereas that one I just went straight into making it round. Doesn't matter because I can just cut the pin off and it'll still be fine for what we're using it for, but yeah. So if you're doing a round taper, you want to not just spin the bar and bash it. That's your bit of bar, and it's on the corner like that. You'll see it in video anyway, but you need to knock the corners off and then spin it round. But yeah, there we go. I'll clean them up. Right, there we go. All finished. All done. Nicely forged out, nice and round, cleaned up. All I need to do is make the socket for it to sit in, and weld it to the bottom of the gate. Right, see you in a bit.